Here's what's really fun for me is when like I get to wake up, you're doing your thing, and like I had a task to do. I had to go get the water at the store. I went to a different store.
Which one did you go to today?
It wasn't downtown El Centro. It was it was just probably 5 blocks that way.
On the Melicone?
No.
Okay.
It's more real Mazatlan.
Okay, I see. So you didn't go to Centro. You went the other direction.
Well, I went
toward
along it, but to the right of it. So.
Okay.
And it was just a box store, basically. I don't know who the heck owns it, but it was. I think it was cheaper than Lay's downtown.
We ran out of.
Still like trying to wake up.
We ran out of water, so this is what his little. He first thing in the morning he had to go for a stroll.
I wanted to do it yesterday, so because I knew it wouldn't. I wouldn't have to do this when I woke up. I told you not to. I know. Like, Mariah,
I really thought my one water bottle
keeping me home
would last.
No.
The thing is, though, like we don't have to do that here. Like if you wanted, it's a different name, like
they
Instacart, DD, delivery, all kind of those deliveries.
They literally water deliver like those 5-gallon jars and. What are they called?
They deliver those?
Yeah. You can do it on like a subscription, basically, and they deliver them. That's what most people do.
Right, and there's also a Costco or a Sam's Club. Like there's all of those places. It's just
I've never yet been to one here.
Pace of life, though, I really genuinely enjoy that. I'm so enjoying this. Like, we ate our last piece of meat, and we eat a lot. We love meat. We eat a lot of meat. So let's walk to the store tomorrow and go get it. Like to me, this pace of life is just. I love it so much. Gosh,
I got this like annoying thing in my left eye too. It's so
annoying.
Are you
gonna be okay?
It's like sand. I woke up with it. It's like it sucks. But I really enjoy like that because it's early. Usually it's like right before 8 a.m. and I can hear the chickens crowing or whatever you call that.
I love the sound of the chickens crowing. Yes.
Yeah. Smack-a-doodle-doo.
They're all over here.
I never see them though, so
it's probably
kind of the weird part.
I don't think we want to see
I think
them.
they're in the El Cerro.
They're in the bad area because their drugs are like hidden in their wings. So it's good.
Oh, you know
what?
To hear them. Isn't that true?
I like to hear them. Don't want to see them.
Don't they? Yeah. Don't they do drug delivery by chicken at times?
That's why we didn't buy.
If we are misinformed and we're saying this, we do apologize.
Yeah, we're not the experts here. We're just learning.
Gosh, man. But it's probably
that makes it sound a lot more dangerous than it is here, guys. It's not. There are retired Americans and Canadians walking around all over because it's still snowbird season, like all around us.
Well, here's another thing though that I totally recognize and notice is like the homeless. Like they say in Mexico, like things tend to be a little bit more run down. They're older, dirty, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, I just feel like in the States, because where we're from, in Oregon specifically, I mean, Salem.
People tweaking everywhere.
My gosh.
People tweaking everywhere.
You get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Seriously, I get uncomfortable. When I'm walking down the street and I have to hold my daughter's hand and say, stay close to me.
Yeah.
That's not okay. I shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
In my own city, the tax city that I pay for, in a sense. And these are public spaces.
In that sense, it feels way safer here.
Oh my
you don't see
gosh.
that. The homeless people you do see here are the super sweet fishermen that will have a conversation with you and you have no problem talking to them. They're sitting by their boats and they're gambling or playing card games all day, and then maybe they sleep there, but they're
give them
awesome.
10 pesos.
They're not
They'll open
tweaking.
up the door for you at the next
totally
OXXO.
different.
They find a way. So but clearly they need some help too.
Yes,
but there's just less homeless. That's the thing.
Less tweaking. Less tweakers. Less people on drugs.
I guess you could say it that way too. I would say it's more like that. The real hard drugs,
obviously
the addicts.
There's drugs here, but not just people walking around looking like they're on drugs, like you know what I mean, like you see in cities in the States.
All right, let's change direction.
Guys,
we have got to get off of that one.
What we're talking about today.
That could turn into a dark, deep rabbit hole across all nations. We are not a national news station here reporting on the homeless or the walks to the store.
Okay, last thing I'm going to say about this, though, it's so true that like you can have this image of a certain place in your mind if you haven't actually been there.
I know,
but then when you are there, it's so different. It's not like you're just because it's a third world country. It's not like you're living in fear, walking around at like you know what I mean. Like every day you're at risk of something crazy happening. I mean, things can happen anywhere. But anyway, guys, okay.
Yeah. I do
just-
love creating a good image here, for sure. Like whenever I'm calling home, like, hey, Mom, Dad, Cody, whatever, my
'Cause
brother.
it's true.
Look at where I try to FaceTime them, the locations. Because everybody has this persona. Everybody has an image of where you could be. Yeah. So you really got to educate.
You see one picture on the news of like fire and it's like the whole country's on fire, but it's not like that. Okay, guys. So anyway.
All right. Welcome back to Real Estate with Mariah and Spenc.
Haven't done that in a while, that intro. So guys, today we're talking about our honest experience at a brick and mortar brokerage versus a cloud-based brokerage. No fluff, the truth, because we started out at a brick and mortar brokerage. We loved it. We still have no complaints about it. It was a great experience. It was great. It was where we were supposed to be. And it was actually one of the biggest brick and mortar brokerages in our area. There were, I don't know how many agents there, but
I think at one time there was like over 100.
At one time there was over 100. Yeah. Big building, big office building. And you guys, I want to say real quick though, because we're going to share our honest experience about, because it's been 3 years now that we switched to a cloud-based brokerage. We always said we'd never switch to one because we had a very negative image in our mind. What was it like at a brick and mortar? Is it like at a cloud-based? Because I know a lot of you are new agents thinking about getting in the business, or maybe you've only been at one of these brokerages the whole time and you're like, what's it like? What is the differences? So we're going to get into that. But I do want to say a lot of what we're going to share, our experience at a brick and mortar brokerage, I am 1,000,000% sure it is different now. Reason being, brokerages have changed. I know this because I do Zoom calls with agents that are leaving their brick and mortar brokerages or boutique small brokerages all over the country on a consistent basis. And I'm hearing the same things over and over and over from everyone. So I know we're going to share a lot of these things about our experience and be honest. But a lot of those things are not exactly how they are today because brick and mortar brokerages are not the same. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I have that image of what it was like for me, so I share my experiences too. But like Mariah just said, I mean, I haven't been in these type of buildings, these type of business models in the last, are we 3 or 4 years now at Real?
We are about to hit our 3rd year.
Okay, 3rd year. So that's actually
quite a couple months.
It's quite a long time. Okay, so to be somewhere, and like she mentioned, we didn't plan on leaving. I don't think we ever wanted to leave. I know I didn't want to leave. Too much work involved leaving a brokerage, so I was told, those type of things. But what I will advise is if your brokerage right now operating in a brick and mortar building, you have a really good principal broker, really good back team, a really good what's it called, the administration side of things. So the head of your office really takes care of you, shows interest in you, emails you, really like asks more in-depth questions than, hey, how are you? You know, like I would really heavily focus more on the training aspect that these brokerages could provide for you. The problem is I revert back to when I was in real estate school. Okay, taking my course and doing the night school, getting my credits up so I could then go pass that real estate test. These brick and mortar buildings, the principal brokers would come in, they would pitch their deal. They would pitch this is what so-and-so can offer you. This is what so-and-so can offer you more.
And you remember that from your classes
I totally remember them coming in and saying, because I mean, think about it. We're new. We don't know what to do. We might think we know what to do trying to get your license, but you don't until you're fully licensed. So you're only relying on these people's opinions. And so you can always then go and interview prior to you getting a license and you asking these more in-depth questions. That's what I highly suggest you do.
Totally.
Rather than just put your name on a dotted line and say, I want you because I like that color scheme. Don't do that. Don't do that, because there are a lot of clauses. There's a lot of fees involved. There's a lot that you don't realize that you're going to have to end up paying into. Now, one thing I do remember, my teacher, he's been in the real estate industry for a long time, so I trusted his opinion. And in the number one question in class would come up, it would say, well, so-and-so, what's the difference between this brokerage and this brokerage? Because this brokerage, I only have to pay this many fees, and this one, it's a little bit higher. At the end of the day, here's what I have to say. I'm not here to rhyme, but at the end of the day, I have this to say.
What?
It sometimes does average out. It does sometimes. Nowadays, I have not done the numbers, but what I can tell you is about 7-8 years ago, it can average out. And here's why. It might not be in your bank account. It might not be mathematically. Mathematically. Oh my goodness. So this is what I have to say though. Your time, the resources behind you, backing you up, will then push you to get more business, will then push you to take better care of your clients, because we are in the service industry. The systems in place, the good communication, the easy working methods and conditions. If things seem hard, not because they're new, okay? Not because they're new. If anything is new, obviously there's a curve to it. After that curve's over, it's the methods that take place to get you more transactions, to close transactions. And so I want you to not necessarily rely more on the costs of places. I never have.
Absolutely. That was what I was going to say.
I never have. No. I've always looked at it as like, how is this going to benefit me to get more business? Because I'm a licensed real estate agent for a reason. I'm operating my business. And that's what's really important to me in deciding what brokerage is best for me. Now, you do take money into consideration to a point. But nowadays, a lot of people are competitive.
I don't think that choosing a brokerage over money is a good thing. And absolutely, though, I have seen the numbers. I've seen how much agents save. There are agents that save insane amount of dollars because of their production being at a brokerage like Real versus a brick and mortar brokerage. But I don't think that when you're new, especially, you should choose your brokerage because it's the cheapest. And Real isn't the cheap. I'm not saying Real is the cheapest. That's not the case. But we're, you know what I mean? Like, we keep so much more of our commission now, but I don't think that that's exactly what you should be looking at when you're a new agent, because if you're not willing to pay these fees, it's kind of like, how much skin do you have in the game? Are you like not counting on having a successful business? Like, you really have to throw yourself at this thing and be like, I'm going to be successful no matter what. And I don't know.
To be honest, guys,
I don't like that mindset of like just cheap as possible.
when we first both got licensed in the business, just taking the real estate test multiple times was hard on us financially. Every time I paid for that test, I had to pay for it.
It adds up.
Every time I had to take the test, I had to pay for it. Okay, I got my license. There became more costs, more fees. I was 100% unaware of what these fees were. Don't. I ain't going to sugarcoat it. You might have to use credit card. Okay? You might have to use your credit card in order to get through your first 3 to 4, even 5, 6 months.
But do not get into this. This is a little off topic. We're going to steer back over to the topic, but do not get into this industry.
It's just, we're talking about money, so
yes, and brokerages. You cannot get into this industry thinking, I'm gonna try it out, I'm gonna see if this works, I'm gonna get you're gonna be wasting a lot of money. You have to be like, I'm gonna do whatever the heck it takes and make this happen. If I have to work 24/7 until I figure it out and start getting business, I will. I'm dedicated. I'm going to have a successful real estate business. That's the only way you can, in my opinion, truly get into this business. You can't try it out, or you're going to waste a lot of money. You're going to waste a lot of money trying it out.
Okay? Okay. But I promise you, after that 4 to 5, 6 months, you're going to get your first few transactions. It's going to work out. You're going to get cash flow going. You'll be up and up.
Yes. Okay, so just to paint a picture, I just want to share a little bit of what are some of the differences between a brick and mortar and a cloud-based.
Okay.
One big difference is at a brick and mortar brokerage, you're a new agent, guys. You get a little cubicle. You get a little cubicle area at some. Okay, now so a lot of them are downsizing because people are leaving brick and mortars because they're kind of becoming dinosaurs, and there's a lot of reasons people don't want to be at them.
Lease spaces, if you own that brick and mortar building. Those lease spaces are expensive, guys. That's why you're starting to see them use the office less and less and less.
Yes. So not all of them you're going to get your own little cubicle space, but some of them you will get a little cubicle. It's a little space you can work from. At a cloud-based brokerage, obviously it's cloud-based. And I appreciate this. I don't want to be paying desk fees. We actually were top producers at our brick and mortar, so we had our own big office room, not just a little cubicle anymore. However, we still had to pay for it. Even though we earned it, we worked for it, we still had to pay for it every month. And then we got to the point where we weren't using it because it just wasn't convenient for our life anymore. You know, like as our life evolved and changed, we were working from home, we're working from our car, working from Mexico, wherever we are. So you don't want, that's just one difference, is a cloud-based, no office, brick and mortar, you have an office.
Okay, and while we're talking about office space,
go ahead.
Is your brick and mortar, you pay for an office space, okay, usually what, 125, even 150 a month per person.
Yeah.
Between two people, if it's a team, you got a few $100 there just in office space, just for space, no material, nothing. Yeah. Your brick and mortar, your Real Broker, the cloud brokerage, we have a office that's tax deductible, and by the way, it's in our own home. Yeah. So if you're in a business mindset, you look at taxes and what your space is in taxes, and that's a write-off, guys. So think about this. It's a write-off.
True.
Yes, your brick and mortar fee is a write-off too, but by far you're getting more deductions, I would feel, at the cloud base. Yeah.
Okay, so here to me, there's a lot of ins and outs. There's a lot of things we could talk about here, but to me, in my personal opinion, because we're talking about our experience, the two biggies for me of why I would never go back to a brick and mortar are this. One, the brick and mortar model, I truly believe, is outdated, and this model at Real Broker, which we're not going to explain the model. If you're curious about it, I have another channel where I go so in depth on it, share everything you need to know. I'll link that in the description. But the model at Real is a wealth building model. There are agents at Real, many agents at Real, we are some of them, who are building wealth in many different ways besides just selling houses. And your home selling is conducive to, they go hand in hand. For example, there's many opportunities where at Real, you are able to get free stock given to you, and it sits in an account, and it's literally a piggy bank that you get given to you just for selling houses like you would. Back at our last brokerage, we would sell a certain number of houses, reach our cap, we get a piece of paper or an award or a trophy that we're going to throw away. Here at Real, you get free stock, and you just get to watch it grow and grow and grow, and whenever you're ready, you can liquidate it and do whatever you want with it, invest with it, throw it into some real estate. You can use it to create wealth. Every time an agent writes your name down as a sponsor, you then have a vested interest in their success at the company, and you get paid a small amount whenever they close on a house. There's just a handful of ways that this just cultivates amazing community, but there's wealth building opportunities where your eggs are not all in this one, I'm selling houses forever, that's the only way I'm going to ever get paid basket. It's just so amazing. And then the second thing is that I just cannot go back to is the training. Here's the thing. At a brick and mortar brokerage, did you ever go to the trainings? Like in person? When they did have in person, did you ever go?
Oh, I would go to our weekly Monday or Tuesday sale meetings, and training-wise...
Did you ever go to a class, though? If there was hey, this is class on getting clients.
Out of the, 6 years we were there, I think I went to maybe 5 to 10. Okay. And that was just to hopefully get re-engaged. They always said, we'll give you CE credit. Yeah. I didn't care about that. Yeah. So a lot of people do those trainings just for their CE credits.
Those trainings... they're good. I'm not saying you should go to them if you're at a brick and mortar. And I grabbed value from going to them. I would try to go to them as often as I could. However, if you are comparing those trainings to Real Broker, the biggest thing is at a brick and mortar brokerage, the people that ran the trainings were generally really, really, really old guys who weren't even in the business themselves anymore, or they drove from hours away. Because here's the thing. How are they going to get a top producer at their brokerage to train their direct competition on what's working? You know what I mean? And at Real Broker, they've created incentives to where at the Real Academy, they give agents who, if they're an elite agent, which means they sell a crazy number of houses and make an insane amount of income, they then get a lot of free stock given to them to teach at the Real Academy. So they have incentives to do this. And these agents are not gatekeeping. These trainings happen multiple times a day, every single day of the week. And they are being taught by people you want to learn from, not some random old dude that drove from hours away that's not even in the business anymore. I'm just being real. This is the type of training that this is the differences.
Okay, here's one thing that I do remember on the training that we got.
What?
You mentioned old dude. That's kind of funny to me, just because we are younger.
Which I grabbed value from these old guys, though. They had great sales training, okay? It was more sales training, though.
It was more motivational sales that was kind of impractical to apply to my specific area and region.
I still love it. Okay.
Let me just share this one example story, though.
Yeah,
okay,
tell me.
And one thing that really sold me to Reel was the training. She touched on the stock, and that.
Yeah.
That's not even my realm. I thought, okay, cool, that's a little bonus.
I like
what
it.
I do. Here's what I do. Honest to truth, guys, is I signed up. I put my stock at the highest percentage possible, and I just set it and forget it. That's how I do it. I've never
Highest
touched
percentage,
the stock.
what does that mean?
So every commission that I get paid out,
Yeah.
I just put a portion away into the stock that Reel offers.
He buys it, and then they match us,
So
giving us even more free stock to do that. Yes.
I never looked at that as like, this is why I'm joining Reel. I just thought it was like, okay, that's a cool, simple bonus. Okay. So I'm not really, I don't care about those incentives. What I care about truly was this, guys. And this is what I found through all of my research was that training aspect.
Yeah.
I went on YouTube a lot. I started researching what Real Broker is. Maybe you found this channel because you Googled Real Broker and maybe one of our videos popped up. We are specifically starting to gear and generate not sales, but like you guys to understand the value that Reel can bring you and your business. And it's absolutely free through a mentorship program that obviously Mariah is super, super good at. So I don't know if it's this channel or another channel. Mariah can deal with that later. But the training aspect, this guy comes to our building and he gives us a really good like hour and 30-minute speech. It was great. And, you know, he makes sales apparently. I don't know this guy, but he does sales. The training was this, though. It was this.
Tell me.
Hey, guys, you want to see what this is? It's a Rolodex. It's like it's a piece of paper with all of your clients' information on it through the years. And that's all I use to get business is because it's repeat and referral-based clientele. And all I do is I start on Christmas Day or December all the way through January, and then that's going to set up my whole year. And I live in this spot. Okay. Well, we tell you guys, we encourage you to stick to 1-2 good methods that work for you. Maybe that was his method that worked for him. Remember, he has age, and through that, he's gained experience, past clients, and it works for him. Our business model, not too applicable. I'm a 22-year-old dude. None of my friends can even afford a house.
Not anymore. This is when he was
not newer. Anymore. This is when I was newer, attending this training.
Anymore.
So in my mind, I'm like, great, dude. Let me just start messaging my aunt and uncle. I got about 7 people I can do, and that's it. And by the way, my family didn't use me as business opportunity then, you know, because they're like, we separate business and family, which was also another crazy hit to me.
And they're like, you're 22.
It is what it is. But like the point of this example is I just felt time and time again how they are using a textbook from like 1990, 1980 all the way to like early 2000s. Guys, this was like 2017? 2017, 2018? And like, guys, we remember smartphones are a thing now. We have Instagram, we have YouTube, we have Facebook. We have this audience that we can connect to that we don't even have to be in person with. And I'm like, man, there's got to be more here. And from there on, I'm like, how can I reach as many people as I can to get my foot in the door in the shortest amount of time possible? Because we all know it's a numbers game.
Absolutely. The thing that I look at is at Real Broker, the guys and gals running these trainings, and they're on all different topics. So depending on where you're at in your business and how you want to run your business, like there's one that I tune into, for example, where the guys running it have hundreds of, maybe like 100 agents on their team. They're running these massive teams. And where else can I have a mentor, literally a mentor in your pocket, who's at that level in real estate, who's been in the business for, probably my life, like literally. I just don't know. That is to me so valuable. They say you become who you spend time around. When I'm on these masterminds, I'm spending time around them. I'm becoming like them. I'm learning from them. That's what I want. I'm sorry, but there is not one person in our brick and mortar brokerage. There are some great agents there, and that's actually one reason why I joined, because when we were new, because our brick and mortar had statistically like the better agent, like higher producing agents. Not, I knew you become who you're around. I want to be around the best. So, but there is not one agent that's living the real estate life at the level of these agents that I'm learning from. None of them are doing the YouTube marketing, the podcast, the things that we're doing that we want to continue to do that allow us to have this lifestyle that we have in real estate. Nobody's doing it at the brick and mortar. And so who are you going to learn from there? If you're wanting to go that route, if you want to door knock, if you want to call FSBOs and expireds, guys, we love FSBOs and expireds. We are so about that. You can have a great business doing those things. Yeah. But if you are like, I see myself having a successful YouTube channel bringing me in leads, I wouldn't go to the brick and mortar in that case. But this is my opinion.
Yes.
I'm biased.
And I like how you touched, though, the reason you went was the top producers, the amount of sales that people were doing in specific offices.
Yes.
I looked at that as a huge pro, okay? Because there really were top producers at our previous brokerage that had been around a very, very long time that I even knew the names of just because I saw signs, billboards, there's signs everywhere throughout town. But guess what? Over the last 3-4 years, they have jumped ship too.
Yeah.
They jumped ship. They have gone elsewhere.
Yeah.
And so if you start noticing that in your building, because our principal broker, our previous one at the brick and mortar building, she left too.
Yeah.
She retired. And then guess what? The head sales rep, the head guy that's giving all the motivation, he even jumped ship and went to a different brokerage. He's at Caldwell Banker now.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm being abandoned. I mean, and just the people that your building puts in place to help you can make or break you.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Yeah.
And if you just don't have that support system in your current brokerage right now, get out.
Yeah.
Because if you're looking at real estate as a long-term game, you need those long-term people in your life. And that's what this workplace, that's what Real Broker offered us.
Yeah. Because
the more I did my research on it, I'm like, oh my gosh, the training. And then I saw other people jumping ship from their brokerage to this brokerage. And I'm like, dude, Mariah, you might be onto something, because I had never heard of this. Like, it wasn't on my radar.
No.
And there was only like three handful of brokerages.
Yeah.
And it came down to 2, and then it's like, no brainer, I'm going to Real Broker.
Yeah, no brainer.
Because
once you know about it. Yeah.
then I think there was only 10 to 12,000 agents there. How many agents are at Real right now?
I should know.
There got to be
35,000, 40,000, 50,000, 50, 60? I don't know.
3 times in the last 3 years.
50,000 maybe, yeah.
In the amount of agents. That's
60.
insane.
Yeah.
That's insane, guys.
I do want to add this, though, because I don't want anybody come in and having the wrong expectations. You need to understand. Well, when you join Real, there is a lot of support, although it's not an office you're going to walk into somewhere. You have a principal broker. They're reviewing your docs just the same. You can call them on the phone when you got questions. You're in a pickle just the same as at a other brokerage. It works the same way.
They're good at using email and the messaging through the Real Risen, which is your Real Broker site.
Yes. However, you need to be a self-starter at a cloud-based brokerage. I would argue at any brokerage, though. Here's the thing: let me just slow down for a second. At Real Broker or any cloud-based brokerage, you are not getting your hand held, you guys. But that's, I would say, the case at a big brick and mortar too. I think people a lot of times join these big brick and mortars because they're like, I need that hand holding. I have no clue what I'm doing. I need someone to tell me what to do. You guys, we watched so many agents come into the business and then walk right out of the business over the years while we were at the brick and mortar. People leave brick and mortars because they don't know what to do. If you're that kind of person and you're like, not a self-starter, not okay with figuring it out. There is a lot in this business of figuring it out. You have no clue what to do. It's on you. Okay. You have no clue how to set up Lofty. You watch all the videos till you do. You don't know how to make a website on Lofty. I didn't either. I stayed up all night, literally stayed up all night watching super boring videos, figuring it out. Okay. Like, this is the business of figuring it out. I mean, I think any business, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you got to have that mindset of like, it's all on me. I'm my business. I'm figuring it out. And so if you're getting into the business and you don't have that mentality, I guess what I'm trying to say is expect that, no, you're not an island. Yes, you have plenty of support, plenty of people to reach out to and get help from. But at the end of the day, this is your business. No one cares about it like you do, no matter the brokerage you're with. So whether you're joining a cloud-based or a brick and mortar, no one's holding your hand. You have to be a self-starter and you have to be a figure it out.
Guys, are you hearing this? Yeah. Are you hearing that fire in your voice right now?
I'm spit because I
Guys,
talk to agents every day. This is what I do.
Hey, this is the Mariah I love working with, man. When we're on business relationship, not husband and wife relationship mode, this is the girl, man. And so when she gets fired up about something, I felt it. There's passion behind it, and it's so true though. She comes from an entrepreneur background with her family. I didn't. She has showed me the ropes, and if you don't know how to do something, you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. To me, it's like
it's worth it.
This could be this could be a really bad example here. Okay, but follow me. Okay, you're in creative writing class. Imagine we all go to school. We all did high school English class, whatever. Your teacher says, write a creative story, create a fictional prompt. Guys, your business is a fiction until it is real. Write down your business model.
Yeah.
You got to write down your vision.
Yeah.
Okay. Make the vision happen. If you're not, then you're just running around with your head cut off here. Okay. You have to put things in place. Okay. What's the first thing I should do to create a business? Second, third, do your task list. Your first month, 2 months might not be high producing. It's getting organized. It's getting your structures in place. Real Broker, they do have trainings. They do have lofty trainers. You can pay money for a website builder.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
You can pay and outsource things if you don't want to figure it out.
Now the cool part is, though, in real estate, it is hard. It's very hard.
Yeah.
There's a reason so many people leave this industry, and it's because they jump in, they think it's what they see on TV, and boom, they're going to be an instant success.
Yeah.
Guys, that reality is not there.
Yeah.
It's not there. There's special people in this business. There's special people with platforms and already established in some sense, but the average person is not there. So the way you market and expose yourself will get you there, and that is part of your business model. Part of your business model. And putting the right systems in place to keep you organized. Yeah. Okay, the organization will get you the success, not necessarily even the brokerage.
Yep.
In my listing appointments, this is what I say.
What do you say?
I say, and especially when I was like first in the business, this was perfect liner. Okay, I said, hey, so and so, saw you interviewed them, and honestly, they got more sales than me. They do. Okay, but what they won't do is work as hard as me. What they aren't is Spencer Crawford. Yes, that might sound self-pride, but they're not me. And this is what I can do for you. It's the agent running behind the business, not the brokerage supporting it.
Yes.
It's the agent, and that's you guys. Yeah. Because it comes down to a good personality trait. The personality trait will then get the result that the person is needing, that's seeking the need.
Yeah.
Think about this, guys. You are in control of your business. Go out and do it. Not this name of the brokerage here.
I think what you're trying to say is you can absolutely succeed at any brokerage, and you can absolutely fail at any brokerage. So it's completely up to you. All right, guys. This channel, by the way, this episode this podcast, whatever, it is not about Real Broker. It is about real estate. We are sharing our experiences from 11 years in the industry. We are sharing.
I just spilled all over myself. Are you kidding me?
Sorry.
That's a good laugh. Give me a ha-ha in the comments if you saw that.
Give me a ha-ha in the comments. We are sharing our experiences, what has worked for us in the business. And so you can go create this amazing real estate lifestyle as well, because like we said, it does not just happen. It is not as easy as people make it seem. It is all on you, but it is also at the same time so worth it. And I would never, ever, 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 ever trade it for anything. And it is possible, and you can do it. So guys, subscribe if you haven't. We come on here right now every day. Can't promise we'll be daily forever, but we will be consistent. And we are daily right now. And so subscribe and hit that bell. Go back and listen to previous episodes while you're on your run, doing your dishes, doing your hair, on your drive to show houses, because there's a lot of value that you got to know if you're a new agent. And if you do want to chat, though, like I said, this channel's not about Real, but if you do want to chat about Real, I have Zoom calls with agents all the time that are thinking about switching brokerages and are just curious. If you want to chat more, set up a Zoom call with me through my email's in the description, or find my other channel that is more about Real, and you can find more deets there. But we just come on here every day right now and chat real estate. We
love real estate, man. We love sharing our life, the passions of it.
And we're here to help you.
And it's really important that you guys know, as an audience, we're not looking to sell you guys anything. It's just giving true, honest advice. We're just
spitting the truth.
And why we made a jump.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us today, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.